It's a moving day in here. It's 5/22/2020 and at 17 hours UTC, United Time Clock. The core of JLL and the name of the operation besides Medusa operation that they did, because they're the the guard. The moment has occurred. The moment in which they logged on to the Shakti Cluster app, held in their hand, in which they recognized their Rome. Now I figured out now what that means. In short, Romania, which is elsewhere considered the home of the Dracula vampire, Romania have absolutely no record of blood drinkers in their folklore. Do you know what that means, folks? That means you don't have a history in your folklore of bloodsuckers, because the bloodsuckers are an alien implant. The vampires are an alien implant trying to become pop culture. Well, they have become pop culture. Who cares? Today's the day in which we do a preemptive strike, and I'm acknowledging it outside. I'll be doing my own little ceremony later in the confines of my own home. But right now, outside is the best place to be, even though I'm not in nature. The sounds of suburbia still surround me, because there's no getting away from it in most of the places in the United States. Most of us live somewhere near people. So I went to my favorite little park here, and of all places, I found Blue Hatch. Little blue paint. I was looking for a place to hang out, just to sit and observe. So I made it here. I got my Shakti Cluster app in a very, casual way. It's in plastic. But yeah, I'm sitting here and just observing. And on Menhir, you know the station. It's on the Meta, and it's the Menhir, I believe. Menhir. The place where you get lowdowns. And he shows on there a configuration of gaze. It's like looking at the Vajra star in the middle, and actually building up tension by building. Once you log into yourself, the blue dot, and you go up to the amber dot, recognizes that as our planet and her consciousness. And you recognize also, I found out this, she's the one that called us Rome. I didn't know that. All this time I've been like, I can't call myself Rome. And it's legitimate to question. If somebody says, hey, you're Rome, and I go, oh yeah, I'm Rome. I mean, that's not really thinking independently, is it? So I didn't call myself that for a long time. But now I know what I am. Now that I know she named us. So over here, I'm just sort of like, okay, I'm in suburbia. I need some signs. And of course, I have an ant on my arm. I had an ant during my, it's like, I just don't understand why ants seem to love me. But I guess they love picnics, and I brought one with me. So I came here to just observe and be. earlier before at 1 o'clock during the 17 hours, it was Eastern Standard Time in the United States, during the UTC, Universal Time Clock, which doesn't change. They don't have daylight fucking savings time. So, okay, thingy Bobby, where are you? Where are you? There you are. There you are. You a spider? Is it a spider or an ant, folks? I don't know what it is at this point. Except it needs to get off into nature, so I'll put my arm up on the bench here and hope it finds its way. Yeah, so at 1 o'clock I did my Vajra star gaze as directed on Operation Medusa. Built up tension and then released Mommy's expulsion of earth energy. And now I just have to see if common sense is actually taken over on the planet. And you know what? I have been away from my area for 2 whole months. The ant's still with me. And I came back. Some trees had fallen down in my park. Some trees had fallen down. Let's see what that ant does. I'm watching the ant. Oops. It's on the very tip of my finger now. Alright, let's see if I can get it. Well, it took off. I was going to see if I could get it onto my... Oh, there it goes. Alright, it dashed away. It didn't really like being on me. Just didn't have any place else to go. Yeah, 2 months, folks. 2 months away. I left on March 20th or something like that, 21st. A couple days after the spring equinox of March 18th, 19th, whatever it was. And then Beltane, I had a fire with my guy. Beltane, Beltane, whatever they call it over where we came from as white people, Indo-Europeans who got their pagan ways beaten out of them, tortured, beaten out, took centuries, but the enemies of life managed to do most of the damage, got us away from herbs and such. Of course, that's all coming back. Most people are too stupid, actually, to equate good health with alternative healing measures and not hospitals, especially not doctors, especially not indiscriminately receiving shots and vaccinations and which they have not investigated fully. There are other choices. Strep throat, for instance. I healed that naturally. Everybody else goes to the doctor, gets an antibiotic, and weakens their immune system. But they're over it. They're up and running. Didn't miss a day of work. Yeah, but guess what you missed out on? Your body's ability to build immunity. That's what you missed out on. So essentially that's what we're doing. Our body, through the interplay with the mother, the planetary animal mother, is showing us how to build immunity. She's showing us how to actually expel your own energy towards a targeted energy towards you. So, yeah, I sleep well at night in my little 6G tent, actually. I created a canopy for my bed. I sleep very deeply. I'm able to have dreams. I have a buzzing in my ears. I know whether or not it's 5G. I know whether or not it's smart meter. I know whether or not it's her. You start hearing the difference. And today, I've got to say, is like one of the calmest, quietest days, sound-wise, in my own hearing. I feel tears of gratitude. I'm having them. So, my nose is turned red from crying a little bit. You know, the thing about this planet loves us so much. She is so grateful for the participation that you play in whatever way you choose to. So for right now, what I'm going to do is just sit here and listen. I'm going to have my little granola bar. I might meditate a little bit more on this symbol because as of now it's an hour and 11 minutes and 25 seconds after the main people, not people, but Rome, they've been working in the telluric current with Mother. And that's all I got to say for now. It's just, whether you miss the boat or not, it doesn't matter. I'm just overwhelmed. Because I don't want you to see my face, but just knowing that in my lifetime I get to see correction happen, that, you know, people, the tads of the world, just regular old tadpoles, don't really need to know what's going on, but that a change is happening because Mother is orchestrating the correction that needs to happen amongst her children, us, so that we can develop our skills and our talents and follow our practices of earth celebration, recognizing the moon and the sun, the earth as a sentient being. Sophianic animism, essay. And it's being awakened in the hearts and the consciousnesses and the minds right now as we speak. Thank you for tuning in. And be more than well. Be yourself. Be fully in the fullness of you.